What's up, YouTube fans? Today, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Jazz. So I showed you the packaging early on. I got this from Toy Dojo. The link is in the description below. So if you're interested in buying this guy, you can head over to there and check out if they still have any. I don't think they have them all, but they have some of them still available. So get them while they're hot before they're gone. So here's the figure. Let's take a close-up on it. Really, really nice face sculpt. You got that sort of baby blue, and also for the taillights, headlights. I do wish this was a slightly darker or maybe even metallic blue, but it still looks really nice. There's the Autobot symbol with the blue. You got the blue for the hips there. You have the silver there on the inside, silver paint here on the calves, or the calves, on the shins and also on the feet. Here's the side. Here's the back, pretty clean. It's got the typical backpack this guy has. Nice stripe. We'll take a look at that more in the vehicle mode. All in all, a very good looking Jazz. Let's take a look at his one accessory that he comes with is this gun. It is painted silver, which is nice. I'm glad they didn't just leave it white plastic. That would have been disappointing. That does fit in either hand, like so. If you want, you can store it on his backpack, but I don't think anybody would do that. But you can if you like, or you can leave that in his hand. He does not come with a shoulder missile. Maybe it didn't appear in the movie, although I seem to remember it did. But if it didn't, then maybe that's why they didn't do it, or it was just to be kind of cheap because these are $20 figures, so they can't give you everything. And one last detail with the accessories: you can take the Earthrise blast effects, and they plug perfectly onto the end of the gun. Obviously very intentional by Hasbro. And here is the background scene you get in the box. This is, I believe, from the ship itself when they're in the Ark. And it's got the control panel there, maybe Teletran 1. And you can put him in this scene. So again, if you're collecting these scenes, you can put them all together. And it makes a nice little display piece for your Studio Series figures. So let's go over his articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so it rotates all the way around. It goes up to there, down to there. Nice looking head sculpt, I might say. This shoulder rotates all the way around. There's a little bit of movement this way, in and out. It's just really part of the transformation, but you can get a little bit of extra movement there. And then it also goes up on this shoulder, rotates all the way around. You have a 90-degree bend at the elbow, rotation at the bicep, all the way around. No rotation at the wrist. It does have this inner movement here, but that's about it, mostly for transformation. You have a rotation at the waist. You can get this out of the way so that you can get a little bit further and then put it back down for posing. If you like, you can open up this backpack, fold out these doors. It doesn't really look like what I would want it to look like, which is wings. It looks more like just kibble. So unfortunately, you can't really have that, alternate mode that you normally can get with figures like this, Jazzes. Continuing downwards, no ab crunch, but you have hip rotation. You have hips go up to there, back to there, a little bit hindered. No, actually, no, it goes all the way. And then out to there, all on friction. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. There's a little bit of trouble with this. So there's a double jointed knee, and you can kind of fake a double joint, but then it looks really ugly. So I don't know. I wish this pegged in a little bit more sturdy, because as you're bending this knee, it tends to come unpegged here, and this flops around a little bit. It's not a big deal, but just a little bit sturdy would be nice. You have ankle tilt all the way out to there, really nice, and then you have a toe tilt here. Although you can't really utilize that, honestly. So, nice articulation, just like the other figures we've been getting in this line. He's no exception. And there he is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. And it looks great together. They've really nailed putting these together with the other retail figures. And for another comparison, there he is next to the Make Toys Masterpiece version of Jazz. And I think they call him Downbeat. He looks really good next to him. I don't know, the dimensions just look really nice. It's like a mini version of it. The only thing that's missing is the shoulder cannon, so that's a little sad. By the way, this is a custom, so I never reviewed this. I probably should. Honestly, I should probably just get this on my channel. This is a custom from Sean Love, so all the issues like the missing paint and stuff has been fixed. One day, maybe. But there you go for that comparison. All right, now let's get this guy transformed into his vehicle mode. Go ahead and take the gun, set that aside. And we can start with the backpack. So go ahead and lift the backpack up, open up these doors. You don't want to open them all the way, just kind of up to there. And that'll give you easier clearance for this thing to move back. So that's the roof of the car. Now you can open up these and set them to the sides like that. Right, so just leave that back that way. Go ahead and open up this. This is just pegged in right here into the bottom of the chest there. So open that up and straighten out his body here. Go ahead and fold this down all the way because we need some space to flip the head around. The head's going to basically flip down, and now you've got that blue piece on top. Right, so his head's just going to sit there. You can straighten that out if you want. Doesn't seem to affect the transformation. Go ahead and take this piece, and that's going to fill in the rest of the gap there. Right. All right, next we're going to take care of the waist. So go ahead and rotate the waist around. But then you have to rotate on this upper piece. So it basically comes right back to where you had it. You're basically moving this silver piece to the inside. Right, so now that we have that, we can take this upper roof, and that's going to just accordion down and peg in there. Oops. Like that. So you should have a nice smooth surface there. If this on accordion, just fix that. Right, come to the back here. You're going to accordion the foot down. Sorry, fold up the foot, and then accordion this leg down. Straighten out this panel. Same on this side. Fold the foot down, accordion this down, straighten out this panel. And we can peg these two together. You can see there's two pegs there. So get that pegged. Straighten that up. And we're going to push this roof down into here. There's two pegs here, so it's going to meet up with those two pegs. And it is a very tight tolerance, so you just got to get it perfect. But there you go. That fits in pretty nicely. Very nice, nicely toleranced figure here. Next, we're going to take care of the arms. Go ahead and fold the hands in, and then rotate the arm inwards. And should end up with this tab on the outside. So again, rotate the arm in, and then fold the arm over the wheel, and make sure you have this tab ends up on the outside. The arms sit very nicely in these grooves, so if you don't have them in there, you'll be able to tell. Go ahead and close these doors. You're going to tab into the side of the arms relatively easily. Same on this side. And here we have Jazz in his vehicle mode. Really nice looking vehicle mode. It does roll very nicely on those wheels. Speaking of the wheels are also very nicely done. Nice hubcaps. You do have kind of a weird looking hubcap there because they've got the pegs in between, so it almost looks like he's got broken spokes on his wheels. That was a little strange decision. I would have rather preferred something like this. Just give me a peg, because it doesn't look bad with the black. Sometimes they use the wrong colors, but still, the wheels look really nice. The windshield is this tinted blue. That also looks very nice. You get the nice blue and red stripe all the way down. Nice Autobot logo. Blue lights with the red stripe across the front, which is iconic for this character. Number 14 instead of number 4. I guess they must have changed it so they could avoid copyright or getting the license from Martini Rossi. Martini Rossi is the one who owns this livery for the original vehicle, and maybe they have to change it enough so they don't have to get that license. But again, very beautiful, very nicely done. You can take the weapon and peg it into his roof there, although I would be careful with, this is all paint here, so just be careful with the paint. But again, that looks really nice. And for another comparison, there is with the Earthrise Runabout. pretty much identical size in every dimension, so this will fit in perfectly with your retail or Earthrise collection. So let's get this guy back into his robot mode. I do have to admit, I really love the look of this vehicle, so much so that I'm almost even considering keeping this figure, but I haven't decided yet. Alright, so we're just going to reverse everything, so go ahead and take the doors here, lift those up, unpeg those from the arms. Then you can take the arms and rotate this up and outwards. Same on this side, outwards. And you can just fold them up to get them out of your way. Next we'll take these legs and you're going to unpeg this roof first. It's a little bit tight, especially when you first get it. So, you know, I don't have a really good process, but I just kind of hold here and here and wiggle it until it pops out. It did pop out already, but I am a little worried about breaking that translucent plastic, so I try to be careful there. Right, go ahead and fold the legs out, unpeg them from each other. You can press it in on the front where the knee pegs in, fold the foot down, and then fold this all the way down. Same on this side, fold the foot down, fold that all the way down. And we have the legs pretty much all done. Next we'll work on the upper body. Go ahead and unpeg or I don't know if it's pegged or if it's just friction, but you got to unpeg this from the top here and accordion that away. That'll give you some space to work. Go ahead and rotate the waist around and then rotate the silver piece back around. So you should end up with both of these on the front. Our next we're going to take care of the head. So go ahead and take this panel, push in here, and fold that panel all the way down. And then take this head and rotate that all the way up. Just be careful with the clearance here. You don't want to scratch up the paint. And then bring this downwards, and you got to get this a little bit inwards. And that's going to peg in onto these two tabs right here. So just press that in, and it should solidify his upper body. Go ahead and take the arms, rotate them, rotate the hands out, and fix those elbows so that they're facing the right direction. Come to the back here. Fold these doors down. I find that, I don't know, it seems to work better if you have the doors folded such that this roof line fits inside. And once you have that, then take this, accordion that down inside. Now you can fold these down and in. And then accordion this down as well, because this is going to come down. So now go ahead and close these up, and that's going to fit. The edge of the doors fit right through the back of his neck there. It's a good design. So final thoughts on Jazz. I really, really like this figure. If I was going back and starting my collection over, I would definitely get Earthrise, and I would definitely get some of these Studio 86 and mix them all together. I mean, this is just, you know, I guess this is what we dreamed of. You know, now that we have third party and Masterpiece, it's hard to go back to this. But if I had stuck with the retail line and this came out, I definitely would have been in on this. And this is the kind of stuff I'd probably be reviewing. My only real complaint, you know, out of this entire figure is probably the gigantic gap in the forearm here. That's a little bit on the ugly side, especially when you pose him. I don't even mind these legs too much. You can kind of hide those depending on the pose, but the arms are kind of very obvious. The only other thing is this knee doesn't peg in very securely, but again, he poses great, and he's got some nice articulation. He's fun. He looks the part. Just great job. So I highly recommend it if you're collecting this series. That's really it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.